So, two of the most powerful people in the world just had a meeting in Washington, D.C. And let's see what they had to share with the rest of the world. Here's their message.
People right in this office, this beautiful Oval Office. They came in, 10 people, hostages, you know that. And I said to them, so how was it? And the stories they told me, I mean, as an example, I said to them, was there any sign of love? You were there, 10 people. It's only 10, but it's pretty representative. Did the Hamas show any signs of, like, help or liking you? Did they wink at you? Did they give you a piece of bread extra? Did they give you a meal on the side, like, you know, you think of doing? Like what happened in Germany, what happened elsewhere. People would try and help people that were in unbelievable distress. They said no. I said, all of them. I said, did they ever wink at you like, you'll be okay? You're going to be okay? No, they didn't do that. They'd slap us. The hatred is unbelievable. And the lives, you know, they lived in a pipe, not really a tunnel, it was a pipe. And they always thought they were suffocating, they were going to suffocate. And then they'd open up the pipe, and it was like 3.5 feet high. This isn't, you know, we hear tunnels bad, but pipes are worse. And the stories I heard were incredible. But I just said, was there any sign of potential love or affection? And there were none whatsoever. It was amazing to me. There was nothing like, here, take this, it's a little extra meal or something. They lived like hell. I don't know. They seemed to be, they were amazing to me because they seemed to be pretty normal. They weren't scarred, but I guarantee underneath they have to be scarred. And one was there for 356 days. Another was there for about 180 days, you know, a long time. These are people that have been really, really horribly treated. I've never seen anything like it, actually. I was very surprised to hear the answer.
I think it's amazing that these two powerful people, Bibi Netanyahu and Donald Trump, what are they concerned about? They're concerned about humanity. They're concerned about who was being nice to the most wretched, to the most helpless people in the world, the hostages in Gaza. And it really puts into perspective what's going on in Gaza, because where are the Arthur Schindlers of the Palestinian people? You know, Chuini Sugihara was a Japanese diplomat who was at the Lithuanian embassy during World War II. And he put his life in grave danger as he published fake Lithuanian passports for thousands of Jewish people who were going to the death camps. And with these passports, they were able to have their ticket to freedom. He was being recalled back to Japan to be reprimanded and court-martialed. And while he was on the train, he was throwing out visas or Lithuanian passports out the window in order to be able to save just one more life and one more life. These are people in history. These are Gentiles, the righteous Gentiles of history who put their life on the line in order to help the Jewish people in the time of their distress. But where is there a single Arthur Schindler in all of Gaza? These people, they know where the hostages are. You've asked the hostages, the ones that were rescued, you ask them and they tell you that they were being held by civilians. They weren't being held by, not all of them were being held by militants, by terrorists. They were being held by women and there was children. One was in a doctor's house, a respected doctor. Where are these people that are coming to the Jews and saying, we know where they are, we can give you a tip, we can give you a piece of information? It is tragic to think where we might be standing 10 or 20 or 30 years from now, when your children and grandchildren will ask you, where were you after October 7th? Were you on the wrong side of the story? Were you supporting the death cult of Hamas? Or were you standing with the good people, even though it was very unpopular in those times?